guys. It is a movie night with the Horror Hussies.
Yes.
And we just saw Danish trauma movie, the third installment.
But actually not.
But actually not.
We'll explain later because
Yes.
I had a hard time with that and I had to have that explained to me.
Oh.
Because I'm dumb, and if I don't like something, some information about a movie I'm really into, and I don't like the answer, I bypass it in my head, basically, and I refuse to believe it until someone sits me down and says, baby, no.
I
Which
trust
is what's told to me.
Trust my own instincts. I don't look up anything about the movie or anything. I just go in cold and see how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, this is all spoilers. So
yes, spoilers.
This is the opening night that this is June 19th, 2025. We just got out of the theater. And we saw 28 years later.
28 years later.
And do you want to say anything first? Or?
I'll let you go first.
All right. I don't even know what to say about it other than I really liked it. It did not really... Okay, spoilers. I was really hoping Cillian Murphy, however you say his name, was actually going to make a cameo.
Well, it looks like they're going to have sequels, so I feel like that they'll make their...
But he was a producer.
Do appearance in the later ones.
Yeah, he was a producer. It was all new cast. Ralph Fiennes was in it. He did a great job, I thought. He was scary and witty and sweet.
Yes.
Survivor Man.
The opening, I was a little worried because I thought, okay, we're doing the storyline of, the Viking era, the whole war propaganda, filming of it all, of making a boy become a man, and the whole, it gets easier. When the more you kill, the more easier it gets. So it's just the hardening of this young boy's pure soul to go out into danger when he didn't need to, but just in case, I guess.
Well, they had to go get supplies from the mainland. So basically, they're on an isolated island in Ireland. I don't remember.
Scotland.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Both the accents sound similar.
I was worried when it said Scotland. I was like, oh my God, they're not going to have subtitles.
I was like, Danny Boylan Trainspotting.
Yeah.
That's what
Snatch,
I
all that kind of stuff. I don't understand the fuck what y'all are saying, but I was able to understand for the most part. So maybe they toned it down for us so we could understand.
I know. I was like, I'm going to need subtitles. Yeah. But I did okay.
Yeah. And
reading lips.
In the beginning, I liked the art direction. Of course.
Oh, can I just say real quick?
Go ahead.
Basically, this is obviously 28 years later, and there's still a lot of danger on the mainland, and there is a community that has been thriving on an island, and they have their whole little barrier system in place, which has worked. There is the main focus is this little boy, or he's not little, he's like 14, named Spike. I think he looks like Spud from Trainspotting's son. He's very cute.
He looks like every white boy I've ever seen
Not
in
to
a movie.
me. He likes Spud to me. I looked it up. It's not his son. I don't think they didn't have the same last names unless he has his mother's last name.
I
Doesn't matter.
pick him up in a lineup. I don't know.
I could.
Yeah.
Basically the story is he goes with his father, and he has a sick mother. They don't know what's wrong with her, and his dad, I guess every little boy on the island, it's kind of like, you grow up and then you're going to go to the army or whatever, their version of it. They have to go out to the mainland sometimes to gather supplies because they run out of things on their little island. So, and they're still running amok. It's still every man for himself on the mainland. And so his dad is taking him out there to learn how to, gather. They don't really gather anything. It's mostly just how to kill the zombies, basically, and with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, damn, that's all they got. That sucks. And his mother is sick, and the whole point, the little boy wants to come back to the mainland because there is word of a doctor who's crazy on the mainland, and so he wants to find this doctor to help his mother and figure out what's wrong with her because she has memory loss, and she doesn't seem well. She's kind of bedridden a lot of the time. So it's kind of that story of him bringing his mother over to the mainland, and they meet the doctor, and there's a lot of cool things that happen that we haven't seen before that we can go into that we never experienced the zombies doing before. So
Yeah, shout out to the actress who played the mother. I saw her obviously in the Motorcyclers with Austin Butler.
oh, okay.
She did I don't know what kind of accent it was as far as supposed to be an American accent, but those British people, they be killing the American accents, and
They do.
I
They're
don't
really
know
good.
what her origin is, if she is actually Scottish or
Don't
British
know.
or
I don't
anything
even know
like
her
that.
name. I didn't
I
even
forgot her
have
name.
time to look it up.
But I thought it was an interesting scene when the boy takes his mother to see this doctor, and he's keeping watch for the night, and the mother kills the zombie without him knowing.
There's a zombie that creeps
Yeah.
up on them in this church or something, and
How
she
the-
doesn't even remember it. She
remembers it,
but she's a bad
acts,
bitch.
She acts like she doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
But
She had like a flashback of it. It doesn't matter, but
I just I don't know how it feels to be an actor and said, look, you're gonna play a fat tub of lard.
oh, there were
That's
so many
gonna-
fat zombies.
I want you to play a
They ate
fat,
worms.
disgusting zombie who
They
crawls around the
literally were
ground.
just like slugging along like on their stomachs.
Yes. And we saw a zombie aspect that I'd never seen in movies before. What was that?
Them reproducing.
No. The main...
Oh, okay. There's so many things. So there's like
The things I'd never seen in a zombie movie before is obviously a pregnant zombie giving birth.
Right.
I'd never seen that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Movie.
They reproduce, or maybe.
Reproduce.
Well,
Okay,
we
that's
don't
what you
know.
meant.
We don't know if she was pregnant before she was infected, but she did give birth, and that was interesting because the baby was protected by the placenta, and
Yeah.
the baby was not infected.
As in real life with women who have disease, they're able to protect
Like
the
HIV is one of
HIV, okay.
them. Yeah.
Maybe we had a little post movie discussion that maybe perhaps the baby, the unaffected baby, was maybe this alpha zombie that was maybe impregnated this woman, and
Right.
she gave birth.
There's like this whole new breed of zombies. They're all naked. They're just like running wild, and they're like harder to kill. Especially this one that Ralph finds, a doctor named Samson. Is that
Yes.
right?
Named after, obviously, the Bible character Samson, who had incredible strength and, tore down buildings and stuff, and his strength was taken when his hair was cut. But he's just a big dum-dum with strength and a big cock.
So much Samson zombie cock. It was just
Flying around. Yeah.
just so many scenes up close. I was like, we get it. He was kind of like the
Jason Momoa,
Bigfoot. He was like
whatever.
this Jason Momoa character. Like he was like this Yeti Bigfoot zombie that
Yeah.
like couldn't be killed. But he could only be subdued by like a morphine blow dart from the doctor Ralph finds.
And of course, our biggest contention was that it was just like, I don't know why you
Just
wouldn't kill it when
Just
you
kill him then.
sedate him with the morphine. But I guess our conclusion is that he's bored and he
Yeah.
befriended him and likes fighting with him every night and having
To
come
me,
around.
it was kind of like a Dr. Frankenstein, kind of thing. Like that was his little, not creation,
It's just a
obviously,
pet.
but
Yeah.
like a pet. Like he was just like,
a lovely pet.
I don't know. He would just like, not fuck with him, but I don't know.
He
It
was just
weird.
subdue him.
Yeah, he knew he could kill him very
but-
easily, and he almost did. But this guy, Samson, he would literally rip people's heads off with their spine, like
Yeah,
so many.
that was cool.
Yeah.
I was telling our friends that we went to the movie with, I was worried in the beginning that it was just going to be a story of like, hey, we get it. We're training a man, like the more you kill, the less you feel, kind of thing.
It's easier every time.
in this new society.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The art direction was good. The score was done by
oh, I didn't even
the
look.
score was done by Young Fathers, who I've heard of and I really like.
It's a band,
I guess they look like this.
or is it the person that put all the
I
music
can't show
together?
you. Yes, most of their music was featured. It's a black and a white guy, And I noticed that they did a song that I truly love with Massive Attack called Ritual Spirit, which is a music video of actress kind of portraying the Possession film. The Possession film from 1980, something like that.
Seen that.
I posted it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And
So
I
they
just
did that
haven't seen it.
song, and I noticed that I really liked it. So I appreciated the score. Appreciated the.
Was Godspeed You Black Emperor in it? Did you notice?
Yes,
They were
it was
also
the closing song.
okay. I
was
thought
the
it
closing
sounded
song.
like their style, but I wasn't sure. Okay.
Well, I believe that was the only song featured by them in the closing.
Yeah.
When we get a glimpse of this journey that this boy takes as far as not returning home and kind of to hone his killer instinct skills and live alone in the woods and kind of
Yeah.
just process his father who he wanted to get away from and his mother who he just buried.
Yeah, it was really sad. He witnessed his once he came back from his first hunt, I guess. There was this huge party in their village on the island where they all celebrated. Everybody was drinking.
Playing Scottish music.
Yeah, probably some Mumford and Sons.
What? By the way,
so racist.
shout out to
Say
the
that, I don't even know that's the
Bonnaroo
right-
people. I feel bad for y'all. So it got canceled because of the rain. I remember the year I went. Like
What did?
Bonnaroo. I went in 2011, and I went there. And Mumford and Sons was canceled because the guy had like a brain aneurysm. So
The singer?
yes.
Oh,
so as a
shit.
replacement, they got Jack Johnson. He sings a song about flip flops and sticky feet or something like that. But anyway, Mumford and Sons. I did not dig them. I know our friend Rachel likes them very much.
I know a lot of people
She,
like them.
she actually tried to make me listen to them one time when we went to her house. I'm like, I'm
mom-
sorry, I'm not getting it.
Yeah. My
Mumford
mom
and
and
Sons.
stepdad, was like their wedding song, was like a Jack
Mumford and
Johnson.
Sons?
No, a Jack Johnson song.
Okay, he's
And
a
I was
happy
just-
white guy with a little, hat. So
Like a Jason Mraz with a hat.
Jason Mraz.
Yeah, they're
No,
all
he
with
did.
the
Yeah, I'm
plaid
sorry. I'm
hat.
thinking of Jason Mraz. See, I get my
He
white
probably
people
has a
mixed up.
hat too. Anyway.
But
What were we talking about?
I
The
guess-
music.
as far as the connection with the last one, I saw no connection as far as, but perhaps we
Are you talking about 28 weeks later?
both
or-
28
okay.
days and like it's just a survivalist
Yeah.
of these people. Of course, it was a brand new storyline with people that didn't connect to the first one or the second one, but
Right.
I thought the angling and whenever there was a kill shot with the zombies, I thought it was good because it kind of freeze framed whenever a bullet would happen.
Yeah. It was filmed a lot, like the cinematography. Most of it was filmed a lot like 28 Days Later. It was very gritty. I don't know. Is that called 8mm? I'm
Yeah.
so dumb. I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember, and like they used a lot of
They were blur the screen a lot,
Very
very staticky too. Sometimes.
bare bones camera.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
what
loved
kind
it.
of camera, yeah.
And my dumbass reserved the seats like a row too close, and so it was just I got a headache from it. I was just like looking
And
back
it was
and
the more
forth like.
expensive one. It's like, okay, the sound better be better in this.
I didn't know that's why I
Yes,
just picked
they're-
that's the time that I thought would be
Oh.
the most good.
There
I didn't
are
even
two
pay
different
attention.
theaters with different price ranges.
Now I
for
know.
the experience or
Wow.
whatever. I think you're just paying for the heated seating. I really don't know.
Oh, is that what? Yeah, my seat didn't even work, and Wes's didn't either. Like it would recline back, but not all the way, and then it would start clicking and go back down.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I wouldn't notice a
movie tavern.
difference. Just pay for the regular
Yeah.
movie.
I
But,
would have. I just I
yeah.
didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I have for the main theme here is like each 28 days later like talks about like government control. Like the first, which I didn't catch before because I watched a recap of the first one. The virus was made to suppress aggression and stop protesters. And it's very interesting as far as with the climate right now that basically they were trying to create something that they could release into the public
Yeah.
to make them less aggressive and
To make them
and
docile.
to not do this like what we see now is
Don't
the
rebel.
destruction of businesses and all kinds of things with that aggression.
And don't protest ICE and everything that's going on.
It reminded me a lot of, for Planet of the Apes nerds out there, all the Planet of the Apes, I guess it was represented here, how like once the people are not distracted by capitalism and things and Amazon, all that kind of stuff, they go back to community. and that just helping each other and just focus on that they don't have time to be just focusing on themselves and not caring about their neighbor. So at first I don't get this kind of aggression. I'm not saying that I kept watching the whole thing and being like, okay, if I was in this, I think I would easily kill any animal or being or thing that I see that wasn't like my own family or friend or something
to
like that.
eat it,
to kill it.
Just to kill it?
Just to kill it, no problem.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I think you definitely. I don't know. You got a lot of rage inside of you.
Oh, no. I wouldn't kill the animals. I always said, like, if I was, like, in an apocalypse or something, like, and I had my dog, or any animal, I couldn't even kill a squirrel. I would just, like, die eating grass or something. Because I can't kill an animal.
Okay. You can test it right now. There's lots of shows that explore that for, like, $500,000. You go in the woods for 6 months and see how you live. It's always the vegetarians that go home. Yeah. Or no.
I might as well be a vegetarian.
No, or the meat eaters. The meat eaters that go home. I'm like,
oh, really?
I don't want to see how the meat's made. I can't do this.
I know how it is, and I just try not to think
or they'll
about
get sad
it.
and look at a stupid picture of their daughter and son. Like, I gotta go back home. Like,
I miss my
bitch.
kids. I'll be like, I miss my dogs. I'm gonna go home. I liked, of course, for the whole tone of the movie, I thought the zombies were well acted and all that kind of stuff. But I was worrying about stuff like, they're like splashing around the water. Do people drink this water? Do they filter it? I'm sure they have filters. I don't know. I don't think they do.
But I do like the portrayal of the boy, how he came back from his kill and it was a failed kill, but his father kind of spread this lore. And I guess it's how like any Irish or Scottish or any lore is spread. It's bigger than life and than actually what happened.
Like, no, he did great.
He didn't miss. He killed.
I didn't actually save him this whole time,
He killed that zombie right in the head.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Or whatever. I of course I give movies more of a mark when I see them on screen because I can appreciate them and be less distracted. And I usually appreciate movies more when I see them in theater than if I was watching at home. Yeah. So maybe if I saw it at home, I'll give it less credit than it was due. Yeah. But of course, the end made me very excited for what's to come.
Yeah, that was really cool towards the end. So Spike, our main character, he just ends up, he befriends the doctor, and I guess he just goes off solo after that. Yeah. And I don't know what he's doing. He's just survived. Like he doesn't want to go back to the island for some reason and be safe.
I gotta be in the woods, do my own thing. I don't need to be in this house, safe and protected. And plus, I think he has resentment towards his dad because he cheated on his dying mom and stuff like that.
Yeah, that broke my heart. That was so sad. And he did like any typical aggro dude. When they're mad, punch a hole in the wall. Yeah. I was like, come on. You're the one. Anyway.
Yeah, if you
like,
have
why anger, are you mad? Like, why are you mad? Because you got caught? Whatever. Anyway.
No, I think it's a normal reaction. There's anger all around with the situation, with what you presented with, what the things that you've kind of forced yourself to do. And,
they didn't.
Punch a wall. Yeah. Not him or the woman. It's better than
know.
That.
It still is just like, could you just... You don't see women punching walls anyway.
Jana, you do jiu-jitsu, so I don't know what the fuck
you're talking about. I still don't fucking punch walls when I'm mad. I don't do anything. I don't do it when I'm mad.
What?
I'm not mad when I do it.
You're the one that... Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go into that. Told me about how you want to hunt down pedophiles and beat the shit out of them.
That's
totally
fucking psychotic. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's so psychotic. I'm sorry. When you told me that, I was like,
it's just justice for my childhood, No,
I feel like it's like he's a bystander just to let out the kind of rage as an excuse on a person. That's weird to me.
If it doesn't happen on the street, it's going to happen in prison. Pedophiles don't.
Okay. It's just an excuse to let out your own purge rage.
Yeah. But they deserve it. Nobody deserved a punch in the wall because that guy only had to blame himself.
Yeah. A wall got it, not a person.
I know, but it's like you only have yourself to blame for that. Why are you destructing property? Destructing?
What?
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Anyway, rage. The feelings of rage.
The rage virus.
And how it's just ironic that that's how it all started. Yes. Try to suppress rage. By the way, I'm going to start doing this audiobook about the MK Ultra projects as far as the government trying to make civilians or ex-army people into killing machines, Manchurian candidates, and that kind of stuff. So it's
I don't
not.
know anything about that.
Um,
I've heard
yeah,
that term and I've never looked
yeah,
it
like
up.
ex-soldiers,
I'm
they come
totally
back
ignorant to
and
it.
they're like, okay, I'll pay you.
What is MK Ultra?
It's a project from I think the CIA. They perform all these.
It sounds like a beer.
And they perform all these experiments on participants. They pay them like $10,000 to get them sleep deprivation, acid drugs.
Didn't they already just
things
do
like
that in the Holocaust, but without pay?
What?
Didn't they do those experiments in the Holocaust?
I don't know what you're talking. No, but I'm saying
These are willing participants that are getting paid to do it. That's
they
the
get paid
difference.
to do it, and basically they experiment on your body, see how far that body can go, and hopefully maybe their goal was to try to implant false memories. Or make you
that's
forget
totally possible.
and forget memories, but basically there's many movies on it where they try to make the ultimate killing machine, and that was the whole point. But as a result, these patients and kids and teenagers and parents would go back to the home with even more rage and like abuse their families.
Oh God, they
all the
sent them back
experiments.
home.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're just doing it for money. They're not doing it to fully go into the program and be that.
It was over several years. But anyway, I'm getting into that. I'm just saying I could see the realistic of like I guess performing on animals to perhaps suppress rage or simulate rage to see how it would act, and of course it goes all the shit. But personally, I don't think that will ever happen with the regeneration of humans. But you think it could happen? Maybe someone can come back to life and
maybe. I mean, we saw that movie Hope Frozen, or the documentary Hope Frozen.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that? Whew, that one's rough.
I don't know. That facility's. I don't know who's gonna keep running that and who's gonna bring their head back to life to.
I think it's on Netflix if you guys want to watch it. It's very sad about a Asian family whose little girl dies early from cancer, and they preserve her head in hopes to reanimate her later.
Yeah.
When technology is more.
Sure.
But nobody's going to be around.
Yeah.
She's going to have
think of Austin Powers. He
gets
defrosted and he comes back to fight,
it's
Dr.
so
Evil.
sad, though.
So that's their hope or whatever. It is sad.
Yeah.
But I like the movie, and what was repeated by the doctor in Latin. I don't know how to say it. Was
right.
I think the saying was death
is love.
Death is inevitable. Death is inevitable, or like remember. No, it was remember death, but in Latin.
I thought love was in there for some reason.
So that's what he had all the shrines, and when I saw all the bodies he basically made in a shrine, that of course that reminded me of the medieval times, of course, and all the bones we saw of how the Black Plague was so destructive that buildings, churches, catacombs were made with the remains of the people. Right. So it reminded me of that, just how it was.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, we got to see some of it when we went to Peru.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the churches.
Yeah,
so.
we've both been to Italy. Did you see the catacombs in Italy?
In Italy?
In Rome?
Yeah,
you were there for like a second.
I was only there for a couple of days.
Yeah, I saw them. They were pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they're like everywhere in Europe, but not in America.
Yeah, it reminded me how people want to honor death and just have this, we're all gonna die, okay, whether by a zombie or whatever, bring breast cancer like this woman,
Apparently it was like all over because she was having memory loss and.
Well, I'm sure with no treatment, who knows, and plus. The confusion of...
He said it metastasized, so that means it spread, so... Yeah.
She did a good job. I thought she was a good actress.
Yeah, it was very sad.
I liked it. I loved the end, of course, having these...
It's like a whole, like, how we were talking about, there's like these whole other, like, breed of zombies now. There's like this whole other... It reminds me of Walking Dead. There's like these new groups of survivors. And this one at the end, it was giving House of Dragons meets... I don't know, they were wearing like the 80s Adidas
Yeah,
jumpsuits
they were wearing velour
and
jumpsuits
doing
with gold
backflips.
and grills, and
Yeah.
it was like,
And they like to fuck with the zombies. But
yeah,
they all had this white blonde hair like it was House of Dragons or some shit. Like it was the
I
fucking
don't know.
Lannisters or some shit.
Yeah, it's just like, Snatch and a Train Spotter, extras,
Right. The music changed at the end. Like
Mhm.
everything got
It was
very
punk
like
music.
modern. Yeah. I was just like, there's Danny Boyle and Train Spotting.
And this is what
There
I
he is.
guess they were alluding to when they saw the symbols of Jimmy carved into the body
Oh, I
and
didn't get
on
that.
on these.
What was the Jimmy
So
thing?
Jimmy was carved on the hanging
Right.
corpse, and Jimmy was spray painted on an abandoned
Right.
gas station, and we finally meet Jimmy at the end.
Oh, that was
Who
Jimmy.
is
Okay, gotcha,
who is
gotcha.
the leader of this pack or whatever?
Right.
Kind of reminded
Yeah.
me too of Planet of the Apes, of like the Badlands, the unknown, the area that you don't go into. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about when the next ones will go into production or if they've been made. But
I do.
obviously, the end alludes to obviously more coming from Danny Boyle.
Yes. All right. So I thought this was because there was 28 days later, there's 28 weeks later, and now there's 28 years later. But apparently, this one is 28 years later is also the first in a new trilogy.
Trilogy. So there's two
Yes.
films promised.
Yes, that's what part I didn't understand because I was like, are you counting 28 weeks or not? But okay, that had to be explained to me. So this is from a website, crb.com. So 28 years later will be released in theaters on June 20th, which is tomorrow. But everything comes out on Thursday nights here. I don't know if it does that worldwide. I don't know. But we saw it a little quote early. And then 28 years later, The Bone Temple will follow with its release on January 16th, 2026. So in like 6 months.
That's great. I can't wait.
A release date has not been set for the third chapter of 28 Years Later trilogy at this time. So we're going to get more of The Bone Temple. So maybe more Ralph Fiennes, perhaps.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what they mean, but that sounds like this one could have been called The Bone Temple.
Predict and hopefully they use the same boy to continue to tell his story with this clan of people run by Jimmy,
Right.
who had the upside down cross, was obviously as well.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Upside down cross. What is that, like a Satanist?
Or just anti-Christ. No, I'm going to say it wrong.
Upside down cross
Maybe
means something, right? To
Maybe
a particular
an
group of
atheist
people.
might wear it, but no. I don't know any
I
atheists that
think
wear
it's.
it.
I don't know. I think upside down cross.
Maybe he's
or-
anti-God. I don't know. Who knows? But Cillian Murphy is supposed to make an appearance as his old character Jim, and from the first one, and I guess maybe the next one or the one after that. We don't know. He was the producer in this one, though. We do know that.
I hope what's her face, the black chick who was obviously made it to the end.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh no, the light just went out. Did you do that?
Maybe I did. Oh wow. You could turn it back on, I think.
It's not turning on. Oh, it unplugged and unplugged.
What?
No, yeah, just tighten it. There it goes.
Oh, okay.
It's like
That's
a
good.
raven here.
All right, go back to red.
I don't want red.
Okay, fine. Yeah, the black chick, she was in.
I forgot
She
her
was
name.
in, she
Selena.
was
That was
in-
her character,
She
Selena.
was in not the
think.
Captain Morgan movies. The
Captain Morgan?
Caribbean. What's it called? The matey.
The Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp. She played like
Pirates of the
Yeah,
Caribbean.
she played the black chick of the sea.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah,
I know I
with the-
saw one of those. I was in my
yeah,
20s
yeah.
and I was high. I don't remember.
The upside down cross is also the Petrine cross, or cross of Saint Peter, is a Christian symbol with his historical roots.
I'll be damned.
While it's often associated with Satanism and anti-Christian sentiments in popular culture, particularly in horror movies, its originally meaning is one of humility and martyrdom. So its origin is humility and martyrdom, but
I'm sure that's not what it meant for him, for Jimmy.
Usually anti-Christian.
Okay, so we have Jimmy, who's maybe gonna be in the next one, and then there's Jim. Jim and Jimmy.
All I say, I love so far. Our last movie night was with Sinners, and I'm loving a grill. The grill is represented.
Did he have
the
a grill
gold
in
table.
it?
I'm pretty sure he did, or maybe I imagined it.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh no, they just zoomed on his really nasty teeth. They were like rotten.
He didn't have any grill.
No.
He should have had a grill, but I guess he
Okay.
didn't have a grill.
Their outfits and everything, you would think they would. They
They're,
were like
what's that thing? Parkour.
parkour.
Parkour. They're jumping
Yeah.
from building.
Yeah. They were
and
like
they were
they were
doing
like
that
these break dancer parkour.
parkour velour wearing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very interesting at the end. I was like, oh, they're keeping the look alive.
Yeah.
Whatever fucking year this is supposed to be.
So that's what I predict him.
Yeah.
Maybe becoming his right hand man. He becomes a good soldier, and he is graduated with a velour suit of his own. And
They're gonna have like an army of like parkour.
yeah,
I don't know.
But humanity is over. I don't think there's any cure in sight because that's what the second one was trying to happen. But there's just rage, destruction, hunger, violence,
a new breed of zombies.
and
I just
fighting.
hope this doesn't become like, you know how Walking Dead, there was all these new groups
these
of
clans.
survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I hope it doesn't turn into that.
I don't know if his
'Cause we've
father
seen that,
appears
done
in the
that.
last one.
Huh?
I don't know if his father is going to
Well,
appear in the new one
Right.
as a more
Spike's
peaceful
father.
clan that likes to like
He might come
drink
looking
beer
for.
and
They seem pretty peaceful.
yeah. But like I'm saying everything. I don't know how I would be. Like we always talk about what kind of people would be in these zombie apocalypse, but I'm with peace now. But I feel like I have no problem killing whatever I need to. But
Who
it's
knows?
just a life that I don't want to endure or care for.
I don't want to always be watching my back. I can't live like that with a zombie about to run up all the time. I can't do it. My anxiety can't handle
Well,
it.
if you have a little moat, like they did a little castle moat,
Guess.
high tide, low tide, or whatever. So overall, what did you think of Danny Boyle's resurgence of this 28 years later film?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I liked there was a new storyline. I wasn't expecting that, and I like that the zombies have evolved. I like that we got to see like a lot of big zombie dick. We saw
I don't care for those
that,
alpha.
it was
But if
it was
they did
probably
if
a
they did fuck
prosthetic.
the people, then it's similar to the Bible of the Nephilim men, who they're like these big muscle like angels who came down to earth and like fucked all the women, and they were extremely
Angels fuck the women.
yeah, they're called Nephilim. They're angels who
God.
came down to earth to trade their life being an angel to be a man, and they were big and barbaric, and they fucked all the women, and they had violence.
Fucked or raped?
Yeah,
Both.
I'm sure. Like I'm sure there's women who wanted it or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Just like,
whatever.
you just
We
fell
all know
from
those
grace.
types. You know. So I just thought that was interesting because he nicknamed him Samson, which is from the Bible.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Samson.
yeah, I was worried in the beginning. I thought the storyline was just gonna focus on this fucking
Kid.
hardening of a young man's soul. I think we get it. But it went to a good place. They picked they picked the correct actors for it. And I look forward to the next.
Yeah.
Zombie films I like zombie films because they get, anything that has like action, quick kill, blood, guts, I can get down with. But in general, I'm not really scared because for me, I don't think this is anywhere near a reality that I would ever see. So personally. Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in 6 months we get to see the next one.
Yay.
For the new year. So yeah.
New Year. Okay.
All right,
That's
that's
it.
that. Hope we spoiled it for you.
Yeah, that's our movie night. Go check it out while it's in
Yeah.
theaters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Ha ha ha.